G'day guys, today I'm going to be showing you just how easy it is to set up and use the Adventure King's portable gas hot water system. It's so easy to do, you'll wonder why you didn't get one earlier. First, we're going to unpack everything from the box and lay it out on a table or on the ground. Now you might have noticed we're doing things a little bit different today in that we're actually at home in the backyard, not out in the bush. The reason for that is we recommend you set this thing up and get used to how it all works before you head out bush. That way you won't be too worried about using your water supply while you learn the ins and outs of everything and get used to the temperature controls. First, find a good sturdy place to hang the unit. Hang it vertically by this handle. Now it needs at least 1 meter of clearance around all the sides, including the top, from any combustible surfaces, fabrics and flammable materials. Now we're going to connect the gas hose and regulator to the inlet marked gas on the underside of the unit, and then connect the other end to your gas bottle. Tighten it completely and make sure both ends are done up tight. Now it's important to note here that the Adventure King's portable gas hot water system comes with an updated or upgraded LCC27 connection. Now that is because later on down the track, these connections on the gas bottles are going to be pretty much permanent. The old model is going to be phased out, so we've made this one completely future-proof. So just go swap your gas bottle over to one of these and you'll be sweet. Now let's connect the water lines and the water pump. Now inside the box you'll find 2 blue hoses, one with a fitting and one without. Now the one without is going to go from your water source into the pump. Now on the pump you'll find a little directional arrow, one on this side and one on the back as well. That's indicating which way the water is going to flow from your water source. So on the pump the arrow is pointing this way, which indicates the water source on the left hand side. So I'm just going to plug this side in like so, and then the one with the fitting goes on the opposite side like that, and then this will go into the water inlet marked on the water system itself. Now your next step is to add power to the 12-volt pump. Now I'm using a battery box here, so I'm just going to use the included SIG-SOC plug, but you can use any 12-volt battery with the included alligator clips. Now the last thing to connect is the shower head to this red hose itself, using the fittings included. This end obviously goes onto the back of the shower head here, and then this one goes straight into the unit. And if it's the first time you're using it, make sure you add a couple of D batteries exactly like this before closing the compartment. Now before we start, we want to set the water flow all the way up to the maximum position and the gas flow rate all the way down to the minimum position. Now you're going to want to switch between summer and winter mode. So you use winter mode obviously in freezing cold temperatures, and summer mode if you're up the top end in the middle of summer or something like that. To do that, you just adjust this switch here. That's the summer setting, and of course on the left is the winter setting. Now the burners inside the unit will automatically turn on once it senses proper water pressure through the unit, and it'll automatically turn itself off for safety reasons once the water flow stops. Now flick the on-off switch to on, open your gas bottle and turn your pump on. Now it's ready to use. You can now control the flow of the water and the auto ignition with the on-off switch on the shower head and the little dial on the side of the unit itself. When you turn on the water flow, you'll hear the clicking of the ignition for a second or two as it ignites the gas burners. Now give the shower a couple of seconds to reach a steady minimum temperature of around 26 degrees before adjusting the settings. Water temperature is controlled by both the gas flow and the water flow. The higher the gas setting and the slower the water setting, the hotter the water gets. Now the faster the flow of water, the less opportunity the water has to heat up, resulting in cooler water temperature. Obviously everyone's preferences are different, so take some time to find out exactly what works best for you. Now we suggest setting the water flow first, either to a low flow if water conservation is a concern, or to a higher flow if you've got plenty of water at your disposal. Then adjust the gas control knob to find your desired water temperature. The summer setting turns off some of the gas burners to save gas and provide a lower temperature output, while the winter setting uses all burners to provide hotter water. The gas hot water system has an inbuilt safety cutout that'll turn off the gas if it reaches 50 degrees Celsius to prevent scalding. If it reaches this temperature, you need to turn the water off and back on again for the ignition to reignite, and then adjust the settings to lower the temperature. Now to turn the unit off, first turn your gas bottle off by turning the valve to the closed position. Wait for the flame to go out, then turn the shower head switch to the off position. The pump will automatically switch off. Disconnect the pump from your battery and remove all the hoses from the pump and the unit. Now drain everything of water, including the pump and all the lines. This is particularly important if you're camping in the middle of winter and temperatures could get down to below freezing. How easy was that? Now you can have a hot shower no matter where you might be, and the other half will love you for it.